All right, if everyone wouldn't mind, go ahead and muting yourselves. Jim Johnson, if you wouldn't mind, just scroll through, make sure everybody's muted in the participant window. That's fine. That would be wonderful, please. We're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Listen, as the text message said, and as my email said, depending on what you saw, perhaps you saw the Facebook post, the coronavirus is mass hysteria. Businesses are shutting down, not just in the United States, but around the world, and we have something that can help. I want to explain that very quickly tonight in this very quick Zoom call. Thank you. And I do hope that you will share it. This is something that is not being asked to be kept private. With all due respect to every single one of you on the phone, everyone on tonight's Zoom meeting, you have access to hundreds of people like I do. I'm sharing it with everybody I know. I hope that you will do likewise. So with no further ado, let me jump right into it. For those of you that don't know me or have not met me yet, my name is Rich DeForest. I'm the founder and president of Networking Today International. You may know it as NTI, and that's fine. I want to thank Jim Johnson for being willing to be co-host. Jim and I have been friends for many, many, many years. And I am so thankful that even while on vacation, our executive vice president, Mrs. Brooke Rayburn, has also joined us, perhaps poolside. So glad that you have joined us as well. Thank you for being here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let me just dive into this real quick. Most of you know what makes NTI unique, but I wanted to just share some quick distinctives very quickly, and then I'm going to show a video and I'm going to give a tour of what we're doing. Believe me, this call will not last as long as perhaps it looks. But number one, we focus on personal relationships. I talk all the time about building relationships, not just business relationships, but personal relationships. And the reason why is because it is in times like we are facing right now, when it might not be a referral that you need. It may be something else that you need to help you through this difficult time. And only personal relationships are those relationships that will endure these kinds of difficult times. And I am 1,000,000% convinced of that. So if you focus on personal relationships like we do at Networking Today, we don't focus on tracking referrals. We don't focus on tracking how many leads you gave. We don't focus on the value amount that you gave. What we focus on is providing an environment for you to develop personal relationships, and that will help you sustain and weather any storm, I promise you. Secondly, no categorical exclusivity at Networking Today. Why? First of all, it's open to anyone. If you need to work on your value proposition, perhaps, then Networking Today is a great place to do that. Your biggest or your smallest competitor may sit right next to you, and at Networking Today, that's okay. It will help you improve your A game. In addition to that, many times people within the same industry work side by side. So that has never been an issue at Networking Today. And not only that, no categorical exclusivity does not mean that you have to be, that you don't have to be categorically exclusive with someone. It is your choice at Networking Today who you want to be exclusive with. We have no attendance policy. No substitute is needed. No letter from your doctor. We're going to treat you like an adult. If you have a meeting, if you have sick kids, who knows what's going on in life, but if you can't make it, we want you to come back when you can. So we don't have an attendance policy. We're not going to kick you out. No meeting location limits. This means local meetings that we have face-to-face in a local physical location, and it also means online. I'm going to introduce you to that tonight. You can literally go to any meeting on earth for Networking Today, local or online, and I'm going to expound upon that in just a moment. No competitor limitations. What that means, my dear friend, is that you can belong to BNI and NTI and the Chamber and whatever other networking group is out there, because we want to give you unlimited exposure. Network until your heart is content, because we believe that the power of networking is the most powerful form of marketing on the planet. So because of that, why not let you network everywhere? And so we have no restrictions on that. We're less expensive, but please do not, absolutely do not confuse that with less valuable. And Jim Johnson, thanks for that text. I will work on that shortly at the end of the call. but lots of times in the United States and even perhaps around the world, less expensive lots of times means less valuable. Frankly, just because something else is overpriced in a marketplace, or perhaps they had a monopoly on it, does not mean they've set the proper price for value. Networking today is a fair price product at $300 a year or only $30 a month to allow you to network unlimited. Now, we're the only ones with NTI Online and the all-new My NTI digital business card. The only ones that have it, and I think you're going to see what we're doing this evening. Moving right along, I will say that we have 57 local meetings going on, and we want that to expand globally and even across the United States. Of course, the reason why we're gathered here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is because meeting locally has become quite the challenge. When restaurants close, you can now only go through a drive-through, main event, to wine stores, like everyone's closing. It is almost impossible. We have an order from the president to stay home unless we have to leave unless necessary. They're calling for potential martial law to be enforced and people to be forced to stay home unless you're leaving for a medical condition. Amazon is no longer shipping unless it's a medical emergency. We are in crazy times. We have 16 new local meetings launching, but we're scaling online very rapidly, and I'm going to explain more about that. Now, I'm not going to go into a great deal of explanation here because most of us on today's call know what we're talking about, but 92% of consumers report that word-of-mouth referrals is the top reason why they buy. So how do you get more referrals in order to survive? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this meeting tonight will apply to every retailer that you know. If you know someone like Roger Cunningham who owns the bed store, if you know someone who owns a jewelry store like my good friend Daryl Mackley, if you know anyone that owns a clothing shop or any kind of shop, now is the time to tell them about what we're doing at Networking Today because they need word of mouth referrals worse than any of us. They are in a situation, most retail stores, where just because people are not allowed to gather, they're not allowed to get out of their homes, they still have to pay the lease on their building. They still have to pay their insurance, and we have something that can help. All right. Networking is a supportive system of sharing word-of-mouth referrals among a group of individuals with common business interests or common goals, no matter what the group is. And we're talking about networking, but I mean to talk to you about networking on a bigger scale. I am talking to you about networking, meaning anyone that connects. Think about this. Think of book clubs. Think of Bible studies. Think of realtor associations. Think of all the Rotary clubs. Think of all of the churches. Many times people don't look at their church as a network, but the relationships that you build at your local church is a network of like-minded people willing to help each other. And that is a form of networking. And that is what we do at Networking Today. But what's interesting to me, ladies and gentlemen, watching today, is that people, when they think networking in my world, we normally think B2B. We think Jim Johnson's a videographer. I know someone who needs a videographer, and I refer him. But what about those people who are networking, but we don't think about it in the classic form of what we mean by B2B networking? There are people out there who need to stay connected, and we can help. Now, what if? I'm going to ask you a series of what if questions, and we'll watch a short video, and then I'm going to give you a tour of what I believe will change the course of business lives forever. Now, what if? What if it were possible to network unlimited, to have unlimited word of mouth referrals? Is that possible? Is it possible to have an unlimited network? I try to tell people all the time, it is not important how many people you know. It is important how many people know you, like you, trust you, and know what you do and be willing to refer you. That is what is important, my friends. Now, what if it were possible to network from the comfort of your home or office and the safety of your home or office? So you did not have to worry about coronavirus. You don't have to worry when someone sneezes, coughs, rubs their nose, blows their nose, or anything else. You are in a safe environment inside of your home or your office where you can still network and get business and build relationships. What if you could get compensated for it? What if there was a way that you yourself could lead a meeting like that, or you would be the organizer? We can call it meeting leader. We can call it organizer. We can call it host. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But what if there was a way for Networking Today to compensate you for organizing such a meeting? Well, that opportunity exists at Networking Today. There are over 600 million users in LinkedIn today. Most of those connections are cold at best. Now, you might say, well, no, Rich, I've mastered the ability to message people and connect with them on a deeper level, and God bless you for that. However, most of those 6 million users would report that making that cold connection into a warm relationship is nearly impossible, even when they live in the same community. We want to take those 600 million users. We want to introduce them to what we're doing at Networking Today. So, welcome to NTI Online. NTI Online is connecting you to unlimited business opportunity. And I hope to prove that in the next couple of minutes. Let's watch this quick video.
We live in a world of convenience. We bank online, we shop online, we stream our movies and music online, we even book our vacations online. Companies like Amazon and Netflix have made our lives significantly more convenient by saving us time and money. Now, Networking Today International is making networking just as convenient. Find a supportive group of individuals who all share common interests such as business-to-business networking, book clubs, study groups, or associations. Literally any group of individuals with the same interests can meet and collaborate with NTI Online. As long as you have an internet connection, whether they're just a few minutes away or halfway around the world, your best relationships are now as close as your computer or your smartphone. After all, we're networking today, not networking yesterday. Try NTI Online free for 30 days. Go to joinNTIonline.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I want to share with you that 2 years ago, I started the development of NTI Online. In August, we formed a relationship with Zoom, and working with the Zoom developers, we have built a platform that I believe will be amazing. Allow me, please, to share a different screen, and I would like to give you a tour of what it is I am talking about. So right here is our website. From our main website, which is, this is Networking Today, INTL.com is our main website, as you can see in the bar, in the URL bar up here at the top. When you go to our main website, there's a green target. When you click on the green target, you're going to see an FAQ. You can see all sorts of resources, but the one I want to talk to you about tonight is this one down here toward the bottom called NTI Online. When you click NTI Online, you're brought to a very rapidly growing number of meeting locations online, okay? What this is you now can come down and you can find or start a meeting any place on earth with an internet connection. You can click here, and when you click here to start your own meeting room for just $50, that's a one-time fee, by the way, and then it is unlimited use for the meeting leader that starts a meeting. It's a 3-step registration process, incredibly easy, less than 15 minutes gets you started. I can show anyone that on a later call if you have interest, but it is self-explanatory and really easy right here. Now, some have said to me, they've said, Rich, why can I not just go to zoom.us and do the same thing I'm doing with you? Well, that's a very good question. And it depends on what it is that you want to use the platform for. However, if you come to Networking Today, notice that we built a filter. This does not exist on Zoom. You can choose any location in the world, any language, any state, any city, any geographical reach. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, any purpose. We literally have a builder using this. I got a call the other day from a security, what he does is security management, self-defense type things. He is taking his training online. Why? Because he can no longer meet in groups of 10 in his community. He can train his people right here on a call, just like what we're doing here today. The builder is going to use NTI Online to host trainings on how to remodel and the things you need to be aware of to those who are 55 plus. I am saying to everyone on tonight's call that the uses for NTI Online can be a book club, a Bible study, a Rotary meeting, a B2B networking meeting. The list is literally unlimited. People are coming to NTI Online, one, for a place of discovery. You can be discovered. If I take you over, please allow me to open up a new tab. I would like to go to zoom.us. If I go to Zoom, there is no place on Zoom for me to find active meetings. Oh yes, I may start a meeting, and if I already have the audience, I can share my meeting ID and perhaps the password with them, and they can find me. But there is no place to discover a meeting. And working with Zoom, we've built that interface. You now can meet online and be discovered, but not just be discovered, you may also be the one discovering. So you can come onto NTI Online, search for dog groups, airplane groups, mountain climbing groups. What group do you want to join? What are your interests in getting out here, starting a group, creating a community? Shall I call it a tribe? When you create that tribe, you then have a network of people that like you, know you, trust you. When they like you, know you, trust you, and know what you do, they're more likely to do business with you. You can do all of that on NTI Online. Now, as we go through this program, by the way, there is a chat. All of you have a chat feature on your Zoom. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and I will do my best to address them at the end of the call. Or if you have to run, we will, feel free to hop off. But you can search by day of the week. Let's say you came to networking today and you said, I'm available this Friday, and I want to know what meetings are available on Friday. The system automatically sorts, pulls up a list of the meetings that are available for you to check out on Friday. Now you say, oh, here's one, NTI Global. Let me check that one out. You click on NTI Global, and it brings you directly to about this meeting, where you can find the meeting leader, the email, the phone number, the geographical target of that particular meeting. And so you can decide whether that is a geographical target that's right for you. Some of you can do business outside of your community. You can do it across your whole state, or across your whole county, or across your whole country, or across the world, around the world. NTI is perfect for you. You can find out the day and time of the meeting, what time zone the meeting meets in. You can find out the meeting purpose, and you can find out if the meeting is open to all or closed. If it is a closed meeting, all of that can be done here. Additionally, you can download the Zoom desktop application here that makes it much more convenient and smooth, and they built additional features into their desktop client to make using Zoom a much better experience. Again, you can communicate with the meeting leader here. You can sign up to get weekly reminders and updates of that particular meeting, and you can even add it to your Google Calendar, Outlook, or Yahoo calendars very easily for reminders to remind you that the meeting is happening. It embeds the link right into your Google Calendar, where you can then easily join the meeting. Watch this. If you are a Networking Today member, all you have to do is click join the meeting. Enter your email address. Hit enter. It presents you with this, and you may simply join now. Any meeting that is on Networking Today globally, you can now network unlimited. And while you're stuck at home, while you're trapped in your office, why not network? Think of the global implication this will have to be able to help businesses around the world. Today, there are only 30 meetings online, but let me tell you, that has grown 8 in the last 24 hours and is rapidly growing. We finished building NTI Online and went live in January. And I might add that NTI Online was in development before coronavirus was a hashtag. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we built this without knowing the global impact that we could have on the world. Retail businesses, multi-level marketing businesses. Think about what Cody Bateman's going to do at Send Out Cards. Think about what the founders of ACN, the founders of Mary Kay, the founders of all these amazing organizations, Zija, okay, companies that we can help. Not only that, not only your retailers, not only your direct sales forces. What about your insurance and your financial advisors who can build and make connections right here? even schedule a breakout chat where you can break out and have a one-to-one with anyone on the call. You can private message anyone on the call, share referrals with anyone on the call. You can literally still network in the total same exact way as you can in a local meeting right here on NTI Online. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is I don't care if you sell hearing aids, jewelry, mattresses, Neora beautiful cream to make you think better and look better, Legal Shield, it doesn't matter what you do. You can now network and keep growing your business right here at NTI Online. The president of Trade Bank called me earlier. The president of Trade Bank is looking for opportunities for all the Trade Bank employees and representatives, franchise owners around the world of how they're going to survive and how they're going to help their businesses survive. Guess what? We can help them. And we're putting all of them on NTI Online. What about other networking organizations that you know? What about the meetup groups that you know? Do you know someone that's very active in meetup.com or the Meetup app that you can share what we're doing at NTI Online? What about the nonprofits? Networking Today is offering nonprofits the opportunity for the next 30 days to use NTI unlimited use for only a one-time fee of $20. Unlimited. Now, we'll have to decide what we do a month from now with them. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is we want to help. Any business, any organization can come on Networking Today. We've reduced the price from $50 to only $35. One-time fee, unlimited use for 30 days. You cannot get this anywhere else on this planet. Nowhere else does this exist. Businesses like freelancers. Have you folks ever heard of Fiverr? This is a freelance website out of Tel Aviv, Israel. Fiverr is a tremendous company with hundreds of different freelancers, from WordPress, web developers, voiceovers, whiteboard, video animation, logo design, social media management, accounting, legal advice, etc. What about Upwork? Upwork. Have you guys ever heard of this amazing platform called Upwork.com? If I could type properly, right? Upwork is the same thing, where you can get customer service, virtual assistance, administrative support, custom writing, design, accounting, a variety of things. You can find an architect. You literally can find unlimited use of freelancers. All of these freelancers need the opportunity to network and grow their business and get exposure. We have our first member from Nigeria. That's right, Africa has joined Networking Today, and he is growing his LinkedIn management business with everyone else on Networking Today, NTI Online. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is we have an opportunity to help the world. If you think that the coronavirus is not affecting the global economy, may I say with all due respect, you're nuts. You're crazy. It is going to have a trickle-down effect, or what I call a ripple effect. The boulder has hit the center of the ocean, and those ripples are about to start ringing out. And when organizations can no longer pay their employees, they will be forced to fire their employees. And people will be out of work. People will be looking for opportunities. And we can help those businesses survive if we take action. Those of us that are on tonight's call. If we share what we're doing at NTI, if we help others with what we're doing at NTI, we can help. Locally here in Knoxville, Tennessee, I called a local networking organization who shall remain nameless. I called the founder and I said to her, I offer you NTI Online to use free for 30 days just to help you sustain. She said, thank you, but no thank you. I don't know if I threatened her. I don't know if she thought I was being evasive or manipulative to try to steal her members. Ladies and gentlemen, I have zero interest in stealing anyone's members. None. If you know anyone at the Chamber of Commerce who can no longer meet or have their meetings, guess what? They can have them here. Let's do our part to make a global impact for good and fight the coronavirus, COVID-19, or whatever else might come down the pike. With our government shutting our businesses down, we need to help them. Now then, let me go back to my presentation and I will begin to wrap it up. I want to say to you that we are the only ones willing and able to help that I am aware of. And we're offering it at a price that is second to none. Brooke Rayburn, our Executive Vice President, is also able to answer your questions. This is her digital business card, brooke.mynticard.com. All of her contact information is there. My card is rich.mynticard.com. All of my information is there. I'm willing to help you. We believe that there should be no limits. Now, the question is, what will we do about it? I think we can help change the world. For all of you that have questions, I'm going to jump into the chat and I'm going to do my best to answer your questions. But to avoid absolute chaos and everyone talking at once, we're going to keep everyone muted and I will do my best to answer all of your questions in the chat window. You can text me, you can text Brooke. Please be patient as we get back to you. We are inundated with people asking questions, wanting to know how to use the platform, what the pricing should be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We knew this day would come. We did not expect it to come in less than 5 weeks. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on it. We want to help every single business out there. Thank you for joining us this evening for this overview and introduction to NTI Online. If there's anything we can do to help you, make sure to visit our website at networkingtodayintl.com. My name is Rich DeForest, and you can reach me at 865-679-0340. God bless, stay safe, and be healthy.